One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us in Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas, home to the Jayhawks. The Jayhawks will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Texas A&M's offense will get the ball first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Reed. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. The inside handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Craver. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. So Kansas offense has the ball for the first time. they are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Daniels. Bringing the heat. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They'll line up for a second down play. The running back has it. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake. Working that left side now. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Reed. Oh, they're after him. It's picked off. That's number 10. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Here's the pressure. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Rides the back and leaves it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Jayhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
On the run, it's Moss. Gets it past the marker. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Finds his man. It's Craver. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. First play of the period, first down here. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Finds his big tight end. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A first down run on the doorstep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Aggies! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
And the returner will be brought down. The Kansas offense returns to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. To the air, it's Daniels. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Right down the gut of the field. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. That penalty will back them up some more, half the distance to the goal. They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 from their own 17. The give to the lone running back. Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. To throw, it's Reed. Here's a heat. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. After the filthy move, he's got room. But the ball pops out on the return. Touchdown, Aggies! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Never quit on a play because you never know what will happen. How about him breaking the long run? I love the effort by the defense. Trailing him, getting there, and then they get to him and they make the big fumble. But how about the lucky break? The bounce towards the offensive player. He scoops it up, rolls into the end zone. What a big momentum-changing play.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Gives it on the option. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Keeps it on the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. The Jayhawks will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking to throw, it's Reed. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Scoops it up, still a live ball. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. To the air on second down. The screen, and watch out. And they swarm him under. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Hauls it in down the sideline. Gashes him in the middle. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Right on the money.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on the slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here comes the heat. Slips away. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. And the Jayhawks will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
He's going to run it across the 45. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. Texas A&M going quickly. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Moss. Turning it on. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Looking for a man. It's Reed. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Creates a little room. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Jayhawks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Took a shot as he threw. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
He'll pull it down past the 45. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And the returner is stopped. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the Jayhawks decide to punt it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got the first down, looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
The Aggies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll ride the hot hand. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. to the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Got his man on the right. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Looking for room, it's Moss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end now in motion. Quick handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
From the gun to give, looking for room. They stop him again, and not only that, they've made this 4th down that much harder. Looks as if... Oh, it's blocked! Not gonna get there as this defense makes a stand.
I mean, if you're on defense, finally something good happens. It just hasn't been a great day. You've been giving up a ton of yards. You've given up some points. At least you get this field goal block. And listen, for coaching staffs, you got to find silver linings in games like this to get your team back on the field next time playing their best.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll run play action. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
When it's a play action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Jayhawks line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. The give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll go right back to him. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll give it to the back. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield, it's Reed. With the catch, it's Concepcion. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Might be changing the route. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll run it from the gun.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field. And this guy, you know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the fourth.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Quarterback empties his backfield. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Gets away. And the Jayhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He leaves it with the back. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Leaves it with the running back. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. The Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work.
Let's go. Ready. Double. Ready.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got an open man. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. Wants to go up top on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Nice move to pick up yardage. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Motion from the wide receiver. On the move. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Aggies! They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Defense showing blitz here. That's caught. It's Pickett. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. And the Jayhawks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Pickett. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense knows that they're going to have to go horizontal sideline to stop this offense. Nice job rallying to the running back who catches that swing pass out on the perimeter.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Finds his tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They'll run for it. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The give as they work on that clock.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Looking for room. It's Owens. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. The give to the single back. He's pulled down right at the 42-yard line. 4th down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel.